So the last thing we're going to talk about relating to arc length is the arc length function. So again, we're going to start with C being a smooth curve given by R of t. It's defined on the closed interval A to B. And so now we're going to say for t between A and B, the arc length function is the function s of t. It's the integral from a to t of r prime. We've got to change our variable now, r prime of u du, because we're using t up there in the bounds of the integral. So we change to a variable u here, and we will call s is called the arc length parameter. And it's important to note that this arc length function, it's non-negative because it's in terms of a magnitude here. That's a non-negative number. When you find the integral here of this non-negative number, it would be non-negative. We also know that the derivative of this function s ds dt, this would be the magnitude of r prime of t. This is by the second fundamental theorem of calculus. So let's do a problem where we're trying to find the arc length function. Let's look at an example. Find the arc length function s of t for the line segment given by r of t will be 3 minus 3ti plus 4tj, where t is from 0 to 1, and write r as a function of the parameter s. So here I'm asked for two things. We're going to start with what we were asked first, which is find the arc length function. So remind ourselves the arc length function s of t, it's the integral from 0 to t of the magnitude of r prime of u du. So I need r prime. So take the derivative of r and you will get minus 3i plus 4j. And so then what is the magnitude of r prime of u going to be? It's the magnitude. If I calculate the magnitude of this vector, the magnitude would be 5. So then the arc length function s of t here would be the integral from 0 to t of 5 du. So I would get 5u, and I would get 5t. So s my arc length is equal to 5 times t. So that was the first part I was asked for. Now the second part, I need to write r as a function of s. Write r as a function of s. So r is currently a function of t. So what I need to do is I need to take this equation right here, solve for t. T will be s over 5. And now I'm going to plug this in into my r equation. So r of s, 3, it'll be 3 minus, now it was 3t, but now we're replacing t by s over 5. So it'll be 3/5 s I. And then it was 4t, which is now s over 5. So it'll be 4/5 s j. Now we need to say our bounds on s here. So to do that, remember t, what were our bounds on t? T went from 0 to 1. So look back over here at your equation. If t goes from 0 to 1, then s will go from 0 to 5. So s goes between 0 and 5. And now I've written r as a function of s instead of t.